side yard had a vegetable garden, and in the back I could see a desiccated tool shed and a huge pecan tree with a welding truck parked on the grass under it. Behind me I heard the rumble of Hollywood mufflers again. I turned and saw a 1941 Ford that had dual exhausts and Frenched headlights and an engine that sounded much more powerful than a conventional V8. The body was dechromed and leaded in and spray-painted with gray primer. One look at the occupants and I knew I was about to meet some genuine North Side badasses, what we call greasers, or sometimes grease balls, or hoods, or duck asses, or hard guys, or swinging dicks. What was their logo? An indolent stare, slightly rounded shoulders, the shirt unbuttoned to expose the top of the chest, collar turned up on the neck, the drapes threaded through the loops by a thin suede belt buckled below the navel, shirt cuffs buttoned even in summer, a tablespoon of grease in the sweeps of hair combed into a trench at the back of the head, iron taps on the needle-nose stomps that could be used to shatter someone's teeth on the sidewalk, the Pachuco cross tattooed on the web between the left forefinger and thumb, and more important, the total absence of pity or mercy in the eyes. I know that anyone reading this today might believe these were misdirected boys and their attire and behavior were masks for their fear. That was seldom my experience. I believed then, as I do now, that most of them would go down with the decks awash and the cannons blazing, as George Orwell once said about people who are truly brave. The Ford pulled to the curb, the twin custom mufflers throbbing. "Looks like you're lost," said a greaser in the passenger seat. "I sure am," I replied. "Or you're selling Bibles." "I was actually looking for the Assembly of God Church. Y'all know where that's at?" I saw his eyes take note of the bad grammar and realized he was more intelligent than I thought and no doubt a more serious challenge. "You're cute." He put a Lucky Strike in his mouth but didn't light it. His hair was jet black, his cheeks sunken, his skin pale. He scratched his throat. "Got a match?" "I don't smoke." "If you're not selling Bibles and you don't have a light, what good are you? Are you good for something, boy?" "Probably not. How about not calling me boy? Hey, I dig y'all's heap. Where'd you get the mufflers?" He removed the cigarette from his mouth and pinched it between his thumb and index finger, shaking it, nodding as though coming to a profound conclusion. "I remember where I've seen you. That bone smoker joint downtown. What's it called? The Pink Elephant?" "What's a bone smoker?" "Guys who look like you. Where'd you get that belt buckle?" "Won it at the Junior RCA Rodeo. Bareback bronc and bull riding both." "You give blowjobs in the chutes?" My eyes went off of his. The street was hot and bright, the lawns a deep green, the air swimming with humidity, the houses an eye-watering white. "I can't blame you for saying that. I've shown the same kind of prejudice about people who are made different in the womb." "Where'd you get that?" "The Bible." "You telling us you're queer?" "You never know." "I believe you. You got a nice mouth. You ought to get you some lipstick." "Go fuck yourself," I said. He opened the door slowly and stepped out on the asphalt. He was taller than he had looked inside the car. His shirt was unbuttoned, the sleeves filling with wind. His stomach was corrugated, his drapes low on his hips. His eyes roved over my face as though he was studying a lab specimen. "Can you repeat that?" I heard a screen door squeak on a spring and slam behind me. Then I realized he was no longer looking at me. Valerie Epstein had walked down her porch steps into the yard and was standing under the live oaks on the edge of the sunlight, shading her eyes with one hand. "Is that you?" she said. I didn't know if she was talking to me or the greaser on the curb. I pointed at my chest. "You talking to me?" "Aaron Holland? That's your name, isn't it?" she said. "Yes," I said, my throat catching. "Were you looking for me?" she said. "I wonder if you got home okay." The greaser got back in the Ford.